3 coplanar points, and bam, there's the radius of the Earth.
On the level.
The way I phrase it is a monument to the curvature of the Earth. It really is.
Level.
It really is.
Level.
And bam, there's the radius of the Earth.
Therefore, level is a straight line on a horizontal plane. Would you agree?
Sure. Well, I do feel like I expected a bit more than what I've heard so far.
Really?
Yes.
So all you have to do is say yes or no.
We do it proof for proof,
How do
right?
you want to do it?
Proof for proof.
I don't mind listening to your proof.
Okay. So what, do you have any to bring, or are you just sort of...
Well, I do have some, but I will happily listen to yours.
Listen, before we start, we have to get the proof discussion out, right?
I mean, I will do.
I'll tell you, right?
You...
A proof to me, right, is a very, very personal thing. Like, you can't give me a proof. I have to find the proofs for me, for myself, right? You can show me your proof, but in order to make it my proof, I have to be able to prove it to myself. Until then, I don't consider things a proof, right? So when I say I have proofs, what that means is I've gone through the process of proving these things to myself, then I can say personally, I have proof, right? Now,
Sure.
Is that what you call proof? Or do you have a different meaning?
I guess your epistemology is a bit different to mine.
Okay. Well, can you explain yours then, please?
Well, I must admit, I assumed that the proof you had was just a mathematical proof, but I'm maybe a little less clear what it is you're doing.
So you take mathematics as being able to give you a proof?
Well, yes. Well, I mean, I must admit, there's different sorts of proofs, so depending on the domain. So this is by definition again, but okay.
Yeah, that is a definition. I'm sorry, I said I'm showing you picture proof because you didn't believe it. Like you weren't able to accept this as a proof that a level was a. So I'm just sort of going to the
I think that
definition.
what you and I call proof is very different.
Yeah,
this is for sure.
Okay, well, that wasn't what I wanted to go to, really, though. It was number 3 that I wanted to show you in the Merriam-Webster dictionary of level. Because if you're not with us, then...
This is not quite how Euclid works, though, is he? He has his book.
Yeah, he does definitions first. That's how he starts it. Yeah, he starts with his definitions.
And then from them he derives new theorems.
He starts with his definitions. But so that's what we're doing. We're establishing the definition of level. Okay.
Let's get to
so
the
number 3 says a horizontal condition.
His definition of level, I think, is inadequate, but we'll see.
Well, you need to supply a different definition, one that suits your purposes. Then,
but I'm not the one making Bev's argument.
But you're the one that has a problem with the definition that he has supplied.
Yes, but that would be part of a counter, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but this is a discussion. It's a two-way thing.
Yeah, I know. But as I say, I'm seeing Bev's presentation, and hopefully I will then give one of my own in the future. I suppose I could imagine, but it's not something I do normally. That seems...
You have to make sure that the graduations are the same. The water just does what it does, doesn't it? And the hydrostatics.
Yes, but you wish to read them off, and they're a long way away, right?
Well, no, the adjustments are just there on the side, but the water level is the water level. It's just the distance from that you're talking about, right?
Yes, but I'm saying that's the only thing you could possibly have to ensure, right?
You don't read them from a long way away either.
Yeah.
You
Yeah, but they're a long
up close and personal to read them.
So you have to read off the graduations.
That doesn't make any difference. You're
Yeah,
up close and personal with each vial.
Of course
You don't read them from a long way away, do you?
No.
That's not what that's certainly not what I meant.
You said you read them from a long
Oh,
way
you can
away.
take a literal meaning if you want domestic, but the graduations are what you read off it, right?
Yeah, but not from a long way away, is it?
It's a little man there, and I've put a little man here. Right, you see that? We've got two little men here at the side, and they're looking at them, right? So at all times, these water levels won't move because there's a guy at the other end, right? The water level in these tubes here is unaffected by, and perhaps we could do that as a scientific thing. What do you reckon? Maybe. Right, anyway.
No, I'm not getting where you're going, but...
Well, like, see this guy here? Look, if there's only this guy over here,
Yeah.
then should this one drop 8 inches? It might do. I mean, on certain people, they might think that, so we could make sure that if you're standing here as well, we'll put this guy back just in case we don't get anybody thinking that there's a... He's keeping an eye on that water level there just to make sure it's not dropping. Right, so this water level establishes a horizontal plane of even altitude. It comes to an equilibrium. You're okay with that? And then what we do is we tap this one in the middle here, and I best make it sure it's actually in the same spot. And I don't think the level's gone. Right, we tap that one in. Get that there for the fussy people. I know. You see that little bit of white there? Make sure that's gone. So they've filled up. Yeah. And they're in the water. The water's filled up. Are you okay with that?
What, them filling up with water?
Yeah, and this one at the half-mile point being on the same horizontal all the way across.
Well, I say we know that the horizontal is the whole contention there, but yes, for the purposes of this proof so far, we'll move forward with that.
Okay, so you're accepting that they're all there. But some people might say it's not a straight line, right?
Oh, yeah, and I would be one of them, but
okay.
I just wish to see
that's fine. That's
what
fine.
you have to say.
That's good, yeah. So we're saying that some people might not think that this is a straight line. So how do we possibly prove it? How? Is there a way? Yeah, there is. Of course there is. We've got geometry. We've got a tool that establishes a horizontal plane of reference, right? So what we do is we put another water level here, and here, here, and here. I mean, just for the purposes of this, they're next to each other when we do this test, right? So we fill this water up. We just put these all next to each other at these intervals. So this here would be 16 inches, which is half mile for these red ones. Purple ones are 32, and this is a half distance here. So when we fill this water up here, we get our pump or whatever, and we start filling it up, and we make sure that this end here is the same, right? We fill it up so that this bit is the same. And we also do the same at this end. And because this is a tool that establishes a horizontal plane of reference, the water level will be horizontal all the way across. Right? You with us?
Yeah, I've got you so far.
Right, so it would do this, wouldn't it? And it would... Just talking about in reality, right? So that would be level with that, and this one here, because it's a horizontal again, boom, like that. Well, that was a bit of a slopey one. And it would do that. Right? You with us?
Got you so far.
Right, so now with our understanding and the definitions that we've used just earlier of a water level being a horizontal plane of reference, Redmoon,
Right, I'll mute him.
it does this at times during the day. Okay, so we've established earlier that a water level, this tool, establishes a horizontal plane of reference, and also with the Euclidean principles, then a point to a point is a straight line. Yeah?
Yeah.
Established. Then we could say that this has a straight line, boom, 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 boom. And this one here, red one, has a straight line, and this purple one here also has a straight line, right? A horizontal. Now,
Yep.
if all of those lines match up at the points when we connect all of those lines and their points, as stated within Euclid, with the proofs, the propositions, right? Two straight lines cannot share a common segment, QED, right? This straight line, if they share the purple straight line,
Yep.
then they are the same straight line. Proof. Level
Got you.
is horizontal. Horizontal is a straight line.
Okay.
Do you like that?
I believe. Have you come to the end of the proof?
Proof one, yes, geometric proof
Okay.
number one. That I think that's probably the most simplest and basic proof. It's proposition 11, I think, if you want to have a look at it within Euclid.
Okay.
Actual proofs, right?
Okay.
So is that definition of level accepted now then?
No, but I
But
like
he's
what
just
you're
he's
doing
just
here.
giving you a practical demonstration of the proof.
That's a proof, yeah, geometric proof. Do you deny that is a geometric proof?
No, it is a geometric proof, but
Thank
of
you.
course.
I just live in reality, right? Slightly
I imagine
autistic
there's a-
person that was asked to prove to himself that level was horizontal because he
imagine
got
there's a
accused
lot of people-
of being a child abuser because of it. So, not actually having a proof of my own for it, I had to go out and find one.
Yes, well, we know Flight the
Well,
Flat Earth.
that's one of them.
And we know that there's lots of bad faith actors in this space.
Mhm.
But I've heard you out, and thank you for presenting it to me. I know you don't normally do it in this kind of format, so thank you for that as
Oh,
well.
of course we do. We do this all the time. You've never been round here.
Oh, I have.
You can come
spoke
and
to
you
before
come and
on
meet
this
the
matter.
whiteboard of truth at any time.
Okay. But no, usually you do like to have this, I don't know, an interactive session, which I did dig my heels in just to see what you wanted to present in a more clean manner.
So when can we expect your proof to the contrary, right? To iron out all of the problems that you had within it. When can we expect to see that?
I guess I could do. Well, I can't make promises, but maybe sometime next week.
Brilliant. I look forward to it. Look forward to it.
It's obviously going to fall on this definition level, but this is something you already have had many times.
Listen again. Definitions are meaningless. I don't care whether there is a definition that matches yours. I think that definition is shit. Definitions have usages, not meanings.
Yeah,
Do you know Foolish Delusions?
Yeah, I know Dress.
Sorry?
Yes, I know who it is.
Yeah, can you ask him to pop back, because he's promised to come back on Monday or Tuesday with some things for Bev and God's Scalpel, and we're still waiting for him.
Wow.
If you see any gems,
tag it on. Do a collab with it and tag it onto your thing of this. I mean, it would be better if he went first, because it was the geometry tie-in, wouldn't it? It would probably help you with your
yeah, it was, wasn't it? Yeah. So if you collaborate with Foolish Delusions, then
I have no intention to do that. I think it only falls on this definition, but we'll see.
The definition.
Yes, the definition.
That's semantics, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's always semantics.
So aren't you playing a semantics game?
Well, the definition
isn't that what you always accuse Bev of doing, playing a semantics game?
No.
Bev is always accused of playing a semantics game, and now you are doing the same.
I haven't even finished the sentence yet, but the definition that Bev used is not really a mathematical definition of level.
Listen again. Definitions are meaningless. I think that definition is shit.
And that is the slight downfall in this.
Well, hang on, we're talking about geometry, not maths.
Geometry is maths.
It's not.
How do you have a mathematical definition of level? What you? Please.
Dear, oh dear.
There's a mathematical definition that you don't know, clearly.
Are you going to add that in? I will expect to see your mathematical definition of level, please, when you do your reply video telling us what's wrong.
That's basically the counter, isn't it? Yeah.
I don't know. I've told you at the beginning, proofs are individual, right? And my proofs, I consider them being pretty high. I mean, yeah.
Well, that's cute. But thank you very much.
Cute.
Goodbye.
Oh. Definitions, semantics.
Love it.
He's still going.
Mathematical proofs.
Like water. Now you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Now water can flow, or it can crash. Be water, my friend. Be water, my friend. Now you put water into a cup, you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Now water can flow, or it can crash, Be water, my friend, water. Like water. Now you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Now water can flow, or it can crash.